This is the Central Coast Wave.
In today's show, we will take an oceanic adventure along the Monterey Bay. We will also take a nature walk along a popular trail, and much more. Welcome to the Central Coast Wave. Let's talk about a fabulous experience I had with sea life on the Central Coast. Let's see what it's about. Hello, my name is Patty Lezama. Today we are in one of the most popular tourist areas in Monterey. We're gonna be going whale watching. Come and join us and see what we can find. While we were waiting for our departure, we talked to the staff, such as Captain Oliver.
I've been working here for this company now for pretty much 26 years now. Been running party boats for whale watching, boat fishing boats for 31 years.
What do you think is important about your job? What's the most important thing?
Safety, you got to watch the passengers. Every trip's a little bit different. You have to watch out for the sea conditions, the weather.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been here over 20 years working on the boats. And of course, I've been with this company for quite a while. Well, I'll tell you, every year gray whales come through, and that's from Alaska going back to Baja so that they can feed out there or have their young out in Baja. Then they go back up to Alaska and feed. That's pretty exciting since it's the last group surviving. A lot of times you can see them bunch up in the peak of the migration, 25, 30 whales at one time. But the biggest animals that I've seen that always amazes me are the blue whales, because they're bigger than this boat. This boat's 100 feet and they can get a little bit bigger than this boat.
And can you give us some information as far as what can people expect out of this trip?
They expect to see whales and dolphins and such like that. Although we can't guarantee whales or dolphins every day, but sometimes we see one whale, sometimes we see 4 or 5. Sometimes they come up with a boat and people get really excited over it, and it's really a neat experience for them.
What is one of the most maybe neat things that you've seen here happen with the animals and the people?
We had a killer whale attack last year up there in Moss Landing. And it happened about 101 yards away from the boat, and everybody was really excited to see it. I was really excited.
The trip will take about 30 minutes to get to the area where our whale watching adventure will begin. In the meantime, we strolled around the boat to talk to some of the tourists.
I'm from Germany. I'm here for vacation, and I'm on this boat to watch some whales maybe, and dolphins, and to see the coastline, and to have a good time. My husband is a diver, and he tells me a lot about the sea life in the oceans, and I want to see a little part of the sea life too.
I had a friend that came out and watched it and said you had to see it, so we brought our kids out to watch, or just see if we could find anything.
Now, is this your first time here? And if so, what are you expecting to see? What are you expecting out of this trip?
Well, we're just vacationing with our kids, but we're hoping to find some whales, just a video or take pictures of.
Why do you think it's important for you guys to come to a trip like this and learn more about the marine life, especially with your kids?
Because I'd never seen them as a kid. I wanted my kids to see them.
Well, maybe what are you expecting to see? What kind of animals?
Maybe the killer whale as turtles.
And why would you like to see a killer whale? What do you think is interesting about that?
Because they're big and they're like sharks.
And certainly we watched a family of orcas, including a baby whale chasing dolphins.
A lot of time, getting out on the ocean is really a great thing to do, but most of the time, 99% of the time, we're going to see some type of animal like whales or dolphins out here. So that, if you haven't experienced that, if you want to get out and see what the sanctuary is all about, it's a great thing to do.
This is amazing. This is one of the best experiences I've ever had. As you can see, there is a lot of dolphins swimming together. This is the first time I've actually been this close to a dolphin. It has been an amazing experience. Not only are we seeing dolphins right now, but we have also seen some of the whales. But according to the staff, every trip is different, and surprisingly, you'll get the opportunity to see different sea life, not just whales like in this case, but also dolphins, blue whales, gray whales, turtles, even lots of sea lions and otters. And what is the most rewarding part of your job?
Well, that's I think checking people in and seeing, like the first-time whale watchers, even the people that's been for a long time, and to see the excitement, especially on the kids, you're going to see some whales today, and they go, oh, yeah. They get all, giddy and stuff like that. And then when they come in, that's the reward right there. And they're going, granted, day per day, some trips are better than others. The numbers are greater, sometimes they're less. But boy, you have a good day, everybody on that boat is just glowing, especially the little guys, And sometimes in the mail, I'll get a letter with a little drawing of a whale or a dolphin or a sea otter or something like that. I've got on the wall over there, which you guys can see that.
So can you tell me a little bit about the experience today?
I would love to. The experience today was off the charts. We went out there. Not only were we expecting to go out, find humpback whales, maybe some gray whales, but we found killer whales, orcas, the top of the food chain, major predator in town. We kind of consider them the rock stars, and they dazzled us. It was phenomenal, okay? So you were there, you experienced the rush, them jumping up and out of the water. People went wild. This really was a trip of a lifetime. We had a chance to watch the top of the food chain, killer whales, chasing down dolphins, and we don't get to see that often, and you might think, oh, I don't want it, but yeah, you do. Phenomenal. Not only do we come out here to watch these killer whales interact and play, but they were also traveling, doing a bit of social activity. We got to see the baby killer whale hanging very closely to its mom. Beautiful. And then again, they broke up and went after their prey items, jumping up and out, pounding on the sea surface, giving us such a thrill. It was fantastic, drawing in marine birds, hoping to get bits and pieces of whatever was left over. So really phenomenal day. Kids went crazy. It was so fun to share this with children, and they did have a great time today. So really fantastic times out here, and it really gets you to appreciate the entire ecosystem, how precious it is, getting to see the dolphins show up. 500 to 600 dolphins today, 3 species mixing together, also with young because it's springtime. Lots of little baby dolphins with their moms, beautiful, jumping, leaping, interacting. So just a whole soup bowl of activity, and animals coming from all over to come dine.
In your checklist to get ready for this adventure, don't forget and consider the following recommendations. The day before, get plenty of rest. If you're prone to motion sickness, you may want to take the appropriate remedy at least 1 hour before departing. And don't eat greasy food. And be sure to wear comfortable shoes and dress in layers. As you can see, I had an amazing time, and I hope to see you here one day. In the meantime, keep watching the Central Coast Wave.
Did you know that of all the sea animals, sea otters have one of the thickest furs to keep them warm in extremely cold water? Their fur has about 1,000 hairs per square inch. Imagine 1,000 hairs on a single quarter.
When we come back, we will talk about a very special place that you can enjoy alone or with the family, and much more. Stay tuned.
This is the Central Coast Wave.
Hey guys! There are many places to go for a jog, but a place like the Monterey Recreation Trail, there are few. Today we will see what makes this place so important.
Well, the Recreation Trail goes back to the early 1980s. It was originally a railroad right-of-way, and a combination of agencies, including the City of Monterey and the State of California and the Monterey Regional Park District, acquired the right-of-way and started building the Recreation Trail. Well, I think at that time trails particularly were popular, but we had the land and the opportunity. And luckily for us, we had some money at the time with various partners.
And how long is it?
It's 3 miles within the city of Monterey, and then of course it extends into Pacific Grove, and it extends the other way. Now it extends, I think, all the way to Castroville.
Oh.
I like to take my kids running, and then I also pull them behind a bike with the trailer.
And why is it that you like coming here?
It is an absolutely beautiful view, and I like seeing all the people out, and it's motivating to come out here. My husband and I are very active, and we want our kids to be active, and we're trying to teach them to be outdoorsy and enjoy running and biking and being here in the beautiful area, so that's why we bring them. You got the ocean air coming in, you've got tons of other people on the trail, so you're saying hi, and it's just motivating to see them.
And how long have you been coming here, and how did you learn about the trail?
We've been here for about a year, and I've been coming here for a year. And we just learned from other locals about it. We like to come out here with all our friends. We have a big bonfire on the beach, and then during the day we like to take the kids along the trail and the bike, or we'll go running with them. Anything we can do just to be outdoors and enjoying the beautiful area.
So it was basically in 3 phases. The first phase was around 1981, 1983, that extends from the seaside city limits to the area behind us here at Monterey Bay Park.